And 2 years after a violent shark attack, Lulu Gribbin is sharing her inspirational story, and she's boosting research to help other amputees like herself. And I actually heard Gribbin's emotional address at Troy University this morning. Take a look. The Lulu Strong Foundation awarded its first ever grant today, $100,000 to Auxilio Health Group. The money will help expand research into virtual reality therapy that helps amputees treat phantom limb pain.
I hope that they will be strong and never give up in the hardest moments of life, and that whenever there is a storm, there's always a rainbow.
But the impact goes beyond the grant. Speaking to Troy University students, Gribbin described how her life has changed since a shark attacked her along the Gulf Coast in 2024, while she holds on to who she's always been.
I feel like I'm still the normal Lulu that I have always been, and looking different on the outside, but I'm still the same person on the inside.
And since the shark attack, she has turned adversity into action. She's training as an adaptive athlete with a goal of competing in the 2028 Paralympics. She's also taken up golf using adaptive equipment.
I try to stay positive and have that positive mindset that I can do whatever I put my mind to.
Her journey has come full circle. Special Olympics athletes from Dothan supported her from the very beginning, and on Tuesday they met her face to face.
It was so special getting to see them here because I remember opening all their awesome cards.
And for those athletes, meeting her carried just as much power.
For 2 years, they've been praying for it daily. They've made cards. We collected money. We sent money. And so she's a big part of our program.
Nelson says Gribbin's message matches the resilience she sees every day.
She didn't say, I can't do this. She woke up with, I can do this. And she spreads that message everywhere.
From advocacy, including Lulu's Law, which requires shark attack alerts, to athletics to philanthropy, Gribbin's story just keeps unfolding. She's showing her journey isn't only about survival. It's about strength, purpose, and helping others move forward. And Gribbin says this grant is just the beginning as her foundation continues to support innovation and recovery for amputees across the country.